أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم Surah 17th Al-Isra Introduction. This surah stands at serial number 17th in the compilation of Holy Quran. It has 111 verses. How its name was taken. This surah takes its name Bani Israel from verse 4, but this name is merely a distinctive appellation like the names of many other surahs and not a descriptive title, and does not mean that Bani Israel is the theme of this surah. Period of revelation of the surah. The very first verse indicates that this surah was revealed on the occasion of Miraj ascension according to the traditions and books on the life of Holy Prophet Sallallahu, alayhe. This event happened 1 year before Hijrah, migration to Medina. Thus, this surah is one of those which were revealed in the last stage of prophethood at Mecca. Background. The Holy Prophet ﷺ had been propagating Tawheed for the previous 12 years, and his opponents had been doing all they could to make his mission a failure. But in spite of their all opposition, Islam had spread to every corner of Arabia, and there was hardly any clan which had not been influenced by his invitation. In Mecca itself, the true believers had formed themselves into a small community and were ready and willing to face any danger to make Islam a success. Besides them, a very large number of the people of Aus and Khazraj, two influential clans of Al-Madinah, had accepted Islam. Thus, the time had come for the Holy Prophet ﷺ to emigrate from Mecca to Al-Madinah and there gather together the scattered Muslims and establish a state based on the principles of Islam. These were the conditions when Miraj took place, and on his return, the Holy Prophet ﷺ brought down the message contained in this surah. Themes and topics. Surah is a wonderful combination of warning, admonition, and instruction which have been blended together in a balanced proportion. The disbelievers of Mecca had been admonished to take a lesson from the miserable end of the Israelites and other communities and mend their ways within the period of respite given by Allah, which was about to expire. They should therefore accept the invitation that was being extended by Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam and the Quran. Otherwise, they shall be annihilated and replaced by other people. Incidentally, the Israelites with whom Islam was going to come in direct contact in the near future at Al Madinah have also been warned that they should learn a lesson from the chastisements that have already been inflicted on them. They were warned, take advantage of the prophethood of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam because that is the last opportunity which is being given to you. If even now you behave as you have been behaving, you shall meet with a painful torment. As regards the education of mankind, it has been impressed that human successes or failures, gain or losses, depends upon the right understanding of Tawheed, life after death, and prophethood. Accordingly, Convincing arguments have been put forward to prove that the Quran is the book of Allah and its teachings are true and genuine. The doubts of the disbelievers about the basic realities have been removed, and on suitable occasions they have been admonished and rebuked in regard to their ways of ignorance. In this connection, those fundamental principles of morality and civilization on which the Islamic system of life is meant to be established have been put forward. Thus, this was a sort of manifesto of the intended Islamic State, which had been proclaimed a year before its actual establishment. It has been explicitly stated that was the sketch of the system on which Muhammad Sallallahu, alayhi Wasallam intended to build human life first in his own country and then in the outside world. Besides these, the Holy Prophet Sallallahu, alayhi Wasallam has been instructed to stick firmly to his stand without minding the opposition and difficulties which he was encountering, and should never think of making a compromise with unbelief. The Muslims, who sometimes showed signs of impatience when they met with persecution, calumny, and crooked arguments, have also been instructed to face adverse circumstances with patience and fortitude and keep full control over their feelings and passions. Moreover, Salat was prescribed in order to reform and purify their souls, as if to say, this is the thing which will produce in you those high qualities of character which are essential for everyone who intends to struggle in the righteous way. Incidentally, we learn from tradition that Miraj was the first occasion on which the five daily prayers were prescribed to be offered at fixed times. Ayat themes of Surah Al-Isra. From verse 1, Allah took Muhammad Sallallahu, alayhi Wasallam on a tour of the universe. Verses 2 to 10. Allah fulfilled the prophecy made in the holy book of the Israelites that they will create mischief in the land twice and each time they will be punished. And Al Quran guides to the perfectly straight way. Verses 11 to 14. The book of his own deeds shall be given to each individual on the day of judgment. Verse 15 to 17. He that seeks guidance does so to his own good, and he who goes astray does so to his own loss. Verses 18 to 22. He that desires the transitory things of this life is given here, but in the hereafter he shall be condemned to hell. Verse 23 to 30. Some commandments of Allah for believers, including proper behavior with parents, relatives, and the community at large. Verse 31 to 40. The commandments continue. Verse 41 to 44. If there were other gods beside Allah, they would have tried to dethrone him. Verses 45 to 52. Belief in the hereafter is necessary to understand Al Quran, and hereafter is life after death. Verses 53 to 55. Believers should speak only good words. Verses 56 to 57. Invented gods have no power to relieve you from any distress. Verses 58 to 60. Why the signs are not sent to Muhammad Sallallahu, alayhi Wasallam like prior prophets. Verses 61 to 65. Shaitan, his enmity with human beings, and his vow to seduce them. Verses 66 to 70. Allah has provided conveyance for you on land and sea. Verses 71 to 72. Accountability of each community and its leaders. Verses 73 to 77. No compromise is allowed in matters of Islamic law and principles. Verses 78 to 84. Five-time daily salah prayer and the extra prayer called tahajjud for the Holy Prophet and Al-Quran is a healing and mercy for the believers. Verses 85 to 88. Our Ruh, spirit, is at the command of Allah, and no one can produce a Quran like this. Verses 89 to 93. In Al Quran, Allah has used different methods to make people understand His message. Verses 94 to 100. Allah has sent a human Rasul to human beings. If the dwellers of earth had been angels, Allah would have sent an angel as his Rasul, and only disbeliever can doubt life after death. Verses 101 to 104. Musa was given 9 signs. People still did not believe him. Verses 105 to 111. Al Quran is revealed in truth, and with the truth it has come down in sections to suit each occasion. For easy deliberation, offer salah, neither too loud nor too low a voice. Adopt the middle course. Alhamdulillah. This is the completion of 17th Surah Al-Isra. May Allah guide us to the righteous path and keep us on the straight path of guidance. Ameen. Jazakallah khair. Keep watching Jamil TV